I've never seen anyone own or talk about Earth to Jane dolls, and I think they're criminally underrated. So sit down and get ready for class because I'm about to give you an Earth to Jane crash course. For starters, these dolls released in 2005 and were discontinued the same year. So as a result of their short run, only 4 out of the 6 characters were made into dolls. What were the characters' names, you ask? Well, first we have Earth to Jane's main character, Jane, a girl who just wants to be a fashion designer. Next we have Liberty, the pop star wannabe, Paris, the poet, and lastly Jet, who is actually Jane's rival. Yeah, Earth to Jane has plot, but man, if I had a nickel for every time a fashion doll line released a character named Jet, who was a fashion photographer with black hair in the year 2005, I'd have 2 nickels, which is really fucking specific. Anyways, Earth to Jane's 2 unreleased characters were Emma, who was the generally sporty one, and Tess, who was more specifically a surfer. Each character had their own animal theme, which really reminds me of Bratz, but unlike Bratz, Earth to Jane never got to make their pets into toys. More interestingly, Earth to Jane dolls had built-in magnets on their hands so that they could hold their accessories, which is so sick. We need to bring back magnets and toys, cause the early 2000s had it figured out. Like, come on, this is peak design. Earth to Jane dolls came in these round tubes, which really reminds me of French kitties. Another short-lived 2005 doll line who also had a ton of branded merchandise. Oh yeah, Earth to Jane had a ton of branded merchandise. Like, a strange amount. For a doll line that only lasted 1 year. Why do I kinda want this? Anyways, Earth to Jane dolls were made by the same designer who designed the Totally Spies dolls, so if they look familiar, that's why. Although the flat-face style was super common in the early 2000s, visually they kind of remind me of What's-Her-Face dolls. You know, if they were bigger and had permanent, non-removable faces. Like, the resemblance is uncanny. Honestly, one of my favorite things about Earth to Jane is how they perfectly exemplify the early 2000s curly girl aesthetic. Like, take a good look at their box art, and then look at these images. I miss this era. I love how whimsical it is. These dolls give me so much nostalgia, even though I've never owned one. I feel like I just rediscovered an old friend I forgot about. Like, that's how familiar they feel to me. But lastly, I couldn't figure out why they were called Earth to Jane. My best guess is that each character had big dreams to reach for the stars. So it's like, hello, Earth to Jane. Get your head out of the clouds. But I don't know, what do you think about Earth to Jane dolls? Do you own one? Do you want to give one to me? Let a girl know in the comments below.